that's good. We can do that.
Basically, I'm curious about your thoughts on this fight. It was a pretty competitive fight. It was a good fight. What did you think?
Yeah, it was a great fight. It was entertaining, and I got my 39th win. So it's all good. It's all about just moving on to the next one. I had a great training camp. I got to spar with Floyd Mayweather, like with Gamboa, and yeah, I just felt great just going in there, and then I performed pretty well as well.
2 fights ago, he fought Berto.
Yes.
So I mean, that has to be kind of you fought some very, you were on the Mayweather versus Canelo, which when I hear, I'm like, that's the biggest fight ever.
Yeah.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
You've been on big fights. He just fought the guy that's headlining.
Yeah.
I was telling people this is a tough fight for actually Theophane. How did you approach this fight? Because it was so early in the day.
Yeah. It was, to me, I put in my mind it was like sparring because it was so early. Like I had to be here at 10 a.m. I fought at 12:30, and I watched him. The first time I watched him was on Tuesday. Then I watched him on the Thursday. So I hadn't watched him all through camp. And I watched him with it was Eddie Gomez, and then I watched him with Berto on the Thursday. And he's a good boxer. He just seems to fade. But my thing was to get the victory, because the victory would have been great because Berto beat him a year ago, and we look at where Berto is now. So me beating him is going to catapult me to a very big fight. So that's all that my mind was, that he's the perfect opponent for me.
Danny Garcia, you know him a little bit. Is that the big fight you might be looking for?
No, it's Broner. Because Floyd Mayweather said he wants me to fight him.
Sell me on why you should be the next to fight Broner.
Because I could beat him. I mean, because Floyd Mayweather says he wants it to happen, and what he says wants to happen is going to happen. So I just had to go and get my win. It's just for Adrian to go and get his win, and then me and Adrian will be boxing in the new year. So it's a good fight. I've fought some very good guys, as you just said. You mentioned Danny Garcia. I fought Cano. I lost to both of them on a split decision. I beat Delvin Rodriguez when he was world number 3. I beat DeMarcus Corley. I've been British champion. I fought all over the world. You know, I've been okay. I haven't been world champ, but I've been in there with some good fighters, and I've always put in some good performances.
I know we can't get your prediction on this fight because it's going to happen before this goes up, but how awkward was it, Badu Jack and George Groves? I mean, I feel like there's a conflict of interest there. Like, what do you do when you're in that situation, man?
I know. I've been doing so many interviews with the UK TV, and it's like they want me to side with the British, but I have to go with my friend, because it's not just my teammate, it is my friend, so I have to back him. And but it's a great fight. I was with him last night in his suite, Badu Jack, and just chatting about the fight, and he knows he has to be alert within the first 6 rounds, because that is when George is dangerous. And but George himself, he's a very good boxer, he's got power, and to me that's the fight of the night. It's the fight that no one doesn't really know who is going to win, and I want my friend to win. I hope he wins. It's going to be good.
My very last question.
Yeah.
When are you going to go back home and take a fight over there? Because they're doing these massive cars, and you're with Mayweather Promotions. They're no longer like a baby company. They're like one of the biggest promotions.
Yeah.
I feel like you should get a fight over there, don't you?
Yeah, it would be good to fight back home in the UK, but there's not many guys out there who I could fight. So unless we done some international fight where they flew over American or flew over some Mexican, there's not many fights like boxers I could fight over there. But I'd like to fight over there again. I haven't fought there in 3 years, so it's been a while. But I like to go. I'll fight there before I retire.